I got accused of cheating because I did better than normal. I was taking this huge math test that everyone in my class was stressing about for weeks. Honestly, I thought I was gonna bomb it. I'm not terrible at math, but I'm also not the type of kid who finishes first and walks out feeling like I just solved world hunger. I studied a little bit, mostly just hoped the calculator would do most of the work, and showed up test day with the energy of someone heading to their own execution. But then something weird happened. I sat down, looked at the first problem, and it just clicked. Like actually clicked. The formulas made sense. The equations lined up, and for once in my academic career, my brain decided to cooperate instead of buffering like a 2005 laptop. I finished with time to spare, checked my work twice, and walked out feeling like I just got away with something illegal. A week later, we got our tests back. I flipped mine over. 96. 96. Best score I'd ever gotten in that class, maybe in my life. I showed my friends, they hyped me up. One guy said I was built different, and I genuinely thought that was the end of it. But then Mr. Brennan pulled me aside after class. He had that look on his face. The one teachers get when they think they've caught you red-handed doing something shady. He goes, "So, do you want to explain something to me?" I blinked. "Explain what?" He crossed his arms like he was about to drop a bombshell. "Your test score. There's no way you improved that much without help." I laughed, thinking he was joking. He wasn't. He said, "I saw you looking around during the test. You were cheating." "Excuse me?" I told him I wasn't looking around. I was stretching my neck because sitting in those tiny desks for an hour makes me feel like a folded lawn chair. He didn't buy it. He said, "Unless you can prove otherwise, I'm reporting this to the principal." I just stared at him like, "Sir, you're punishing me for doing well?" The next day, I got called to the office. The principal sat me down, looked at me with that disappointed guidance counselor energy, and said, "Your teacher has concerns about your test." I told her the same thing I told Mr. Brennan. I didn't cheat. I studied. And for once, my brain decided to show up to work. She nodded slowly, like she was processing whether I was lying or just naturally this annoying. Then she said, "We're going to compare your answers to the student sitting next to you." Perfect. The kid next to me was Wade. Wade, who asked me mid-test if a negative times a negative was like, still negative or nah? Wade, who got a 58 and spent half the test doodling on his calculator cover. A few days later, they called me back in. The principal slid 2 test papers across the desk. Mine, Wade's. Completely different answers, different work shown, different everything. She looked at Mr. Brennan, who was standing there looking like someone just told him his favorite restaurant got shut down by the health department. She goes, "There's no evidence of cheating." Mr. Brennan cleared his throat, didn't make eye contact, and mumbled,